And
In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of Pacc is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Lunenburg Access YouTube after the meeting. This meeting is being held in person at the location provided in this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast, unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person rather than virtual attendance accordingly. The Zoom meeting information is in the notice. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting and are those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting law. I am not seeing Faith, so
I don't see anybody trying to get on.
no, that's what I was just checking for. So, with the roll call, we'll still do. Steve, are you here?
Present.
Steve, are you here? Yes. Brian, are you here?
I am.
Hey, we can't do this too seriously. Any public comments? Seeing none, hearing none. Committee comments? Hearing none, seeing none. Communications. Evil.
Yes.
Under communications, I'd like to bring one thing up, which is the opposite of communications, and that is lack of communication. Seems like the right place to put it. When we did budget work, which according to our charter was something we were supposed to do, obviously we do it with Joe all the time, otherwise it would be useless. We put together a warrant for the town meeting, which was held in May, so that was put together probably in March or so. And it was the same format, the standard format we've used at least for the past 10 years, to my knowledge. I don't know how much longer, because there was a time when our finances did not go through the town meeting. So they changed it. They being, I think, Carter may have been involved, Ezekiel was involved, and we had our new town manager, Jan. And they changed it, and we got the money, except there was a curiosity with $31,000 odd, which turns out to be exactly equal to our direct costs.
Indirect costs.
Sorry, indirect, so close. 50-50 shot. So, when it comes to the special town meeting, we didn't do anything, although this wasn't communicated to any of us. Was it even communicated to you, Joe?
Just before the meeting.
Yeah, so not for discussion, it was just.
It was told to me probably 2 days before the meeting.
So I didn't hear about it at all, except Joe eventually told me, which was good of you, thank you. So when it comes to the special town meeting, which was November, this curious 31,000 odd had to be restored from the general fund to the general fund out of our reserve retained earnings. One of these days, get that way. At which point, nobody seemed to remember quite what was going on. As a consequence, our warrant didn't go to the special town meeting at all. Actually, quite honestly, I don't understand where we do stand at the moment. So what I'm bringing to the committee, because I don't know how to manage this. Pacc does have a charter, which does include the budget, which I believe gives us the responsibility of issuing the warrant. We have not been involved in that sense, other than we review the budget. Typically, I work with Joe on it. We have different viewpoints on trying to spend money, Joe's not, or sometimes it's the other way around. But we balance, we work it out between us. So my concern is that right now, as a committee, we are not being properly involved in the financial side of things. The bad news at the moment is the town's financial departments, the treasurer and the accounting
Finance director.
finance director. They're trying to recruit people and bring it back into order. So this is actually a bad time. But I would like, I'm very happy to hear any comments on this. I would like to either just me or me and Joe or two of us off the committee. We can't have three because that's a quorum. So we're only allowed to, so whichever way that worked out. I'll meet with Jen and try and get clarification of her expectations of what Pacc exists for. An alternative would be to invite Jen to come to one of our meetings. Give her a heads up about, this topic in particular, but anything else that she would like to discuss with us as a committee. Or any other idea, because I quite honestly am very, very uncomfortable with the way things ran for the last 12 months.
Right, I think. So what has happened is communication between the town and us and expectations are very fluid and not happening.
They're not happening at all.
So we are doing our thing.
Yep.
And they are doing their thing, but we're not
meeting in the middle.
We're not, what's the word, it's not, we're not cooperating, it's not cooperating, we're not jiving towards the same goal.
Somehow, right.
And so what you're thinking is we need to have a meeting with Jen to figure out where Pacc fits into the big scheme of things.
Yeah.
Can I get right this down?
Yes.
The big scheme of things, and where do we see our role and where do they see our role?
Yeah.
So that we understand
We
each
all
other.
have the same
We all on the same
expectations, right?
boat, same, what is it? Oh, same piece of paper, same page. See, I knew something. So that kind of makes sense because when we did the master plan thing, we had to really kind of try to figure out what they wanted.
Yeah, they didn't really give us much.
Right, they didn't give us a lot there. They, is it the town that's changed the financial process?
Process hasn't changed, but they're short-staffed and they're basically trying to keep up with everything as best they can.
So they're in an avalanche.
They're in an avalanche.
And we're still doing our thing. So the issue is it that we require more information? I'm just asking questions. Do we need more information or do we just need clarification on the process?
We need two bits, basically. One, we need to understand Jen's expectations of us. Now, bearing in mind, we actually are appointed by the select board, not by Jen. And secondly, if things get changed that we're actually responsible for, and we're not informed about it, so we can have a discussion about it, it makes everybody's life a less easy, he said diplomatically.
I'm just trying to figure out, because I
Yeah.
got the idea of what you said, but. I agree with number two, unbelievably. Because it happens a lot in everyday world, just the everyday world, like, really? Okay, if you had told me, you know, that it was now a one-way street, I wouldn't have gone down the one-way street the wrong way.
Yeah.
When did that happen? You know,
You were only going one way though.
I was at the, my dad's nursing home and I'm in the facility and all of a sudden they came up, you need to wear a mask. I said, oh, I didn't know. We're putting up the signs now. So that would be a good example, and they were beginning to put up the signs and they were going around telling people to wear a mask, which was fine. But but that's what's happening with us is, are they changing? Anything specific that they're changing?
Well,
No, there's no immediate changes. They're just overloaded right now with work.
Oh.
The issue, I think, if I may,
sure.
is that the warrant was canceled last minute because the source was unknown.
It was from us.
No, it wasn't, because they changed it at the annual meeting.
Okay, I'm missing something.
I think we all are.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
We
we all
put
are.
in warrant
The warrant.
at the spring.
Can I try?
Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
We worked through the budget with Joe.
Yep.
We approved the budget with Joe. My understanding is that's part of our responsibility. As a
Right.
consequence of that budget, we put together a warrant.
Right.
Which basically funded that budget.
Right.
Okay, at the town meeting, the warrant was not the one we thought we'd agreed to. Because that's the one that was also presented to FinCom. So, because actually I presented that one. This was back in March or so.
So they changed the warrant.
Somebody changed it. And the one they put in had this mystery $31,000 in. That passed at the meeting, the annual meeting, the regular annual meeting. First off, nobody seemed to know where it had come from, what it was. We knew it was just match the indirect costs, which was okay, but we had not been informed, so we weren't part of the process of changing the warrant. So
Okay,
when it comes to the warrant for November, the special town meeting, we did what we thought was the best job we could to restore that money. Because the way it was set up, it was sort of borrowed out of the general fund. And even that's not completely clear, so don't quote me on
That's
that one.
the understanding that I had.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be, because our retained earnings should then have been qualified. Should have been returned to the general fund, so,
Not sure they were qualified
well,
because finance was behind,
okay, but the
Right.
intent, that was the intent, we thought.
right?
Then before the meeting, the November meeting, it was actually removed from
the warrant.
the warrant. Sadly, the warrant included not only fixing the 31,000 as best we could, but it also included a small increase for videographer salaries because we were covering more meetings, especially government meetings.
Right, I remember that.
So we didn't get that either, so. It was all in the same warrant, the whole warrant was about.
Okay, so yeah, I got a better understanding.
So we all sort of on the, what was the word you used, page, same page.
Same page, yeah.
Oh, it's yours, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, I was trying to come up with
It's just-
So
it's part
we're
of it.
doing what we think we need to do.
Yep.
But the outcome is
Isn't what we-
changing in
Right.
ways that we don't understand why.
or even that they are changing. to-
or,
We're not getting any feedback, so we don't
We're not-
know.
Feedback's another good word, I like that. So the question is still on the table. How should we attempt to improve this? Recognizing a couple of things. One is the finance department is trying to put themselves back together again, which, by the way, we should respect and help. So we
Yes.
don't have a problem with that.
Yep.
We don't have an annual meeting, probably till later this year. So
May.
we may have one. Oh, sorry, yes, May. right.
Yes, really.
Stop it. So we can also not do anything, but I wouldn't want to wait more than a month from now because we have to start doing what we think we're supposed to do. Ready for presentation to FinCom typically in March.
Right, and right now they're working on many different budgets. If I remember the process.
The
from what
tri
I-
board is,
Yes,
yes. Is she on the tri board?
she's not on the tri-board, but I'm just remembering what.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
issues are, there are always issues about when is the budget due and how it's be presented. I don't think, my personal opinion, inviting Jen here, I think will be more difficult. Because I'm assuming she is out doing many different things. I mean, we could invite her here. But then we would have to be very specific in our questions and
Right,
so that we're not wasting her time.
or ours, actually.
That's how I look at
Yeah.
meetings, especially when you invite someone in. You know, it has to be,
The purpose for that meeting.
yeah. I would be more inclined to meeting. I'm retired, you're retired, you're. in
I'm
between.
a student, I'm technically in between semesters. so-
Right, so I'm thinking we have more options available to us to meet with her. You, obviously, it would be just part of the weekly tasks that you do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think in the big picture, it's probably better if we request a meeting with her and then give her, these are specific things that we would like to talk about. We're having
Yeah,
a very, very specific A, B, and C, so that when we go into that kind of a meeting, we all are together thinking about the same thing, and everyone in advance has a chance to think about what.
Yeah.
Because she needs,
so we have
Time.
an agenda.
yes.
Are you suggesting the whole committee meets with her?
I don't
Or
think so, I think it doesn't really matter, there's only,
it's tough to negotiate with a whole committee of
right,
diverse backgrounds, which is
Ah.
excellent for the committee to have diverse backgrounds.
yes.
But
Difficult to be on the same page.
sometimes, well, here we go, this damn page. What the hell is this damn page that keeps coming?
It's in mind.
But I think it would be best, because I understand what you mean. We are trying to do what we need to do to make things run and to help the town to make it
Right.
so that it runs, so that we're not a burden on the town. It's not like we're using town money and
Right.
we're sucking things, you know what I mean?
Right.
We have our own money, we just need to know how they want us.
We should be
Tell them.
considered an asset to the town.
Yes. Yes. And I think, yes, so my recommendation would be to, yes, meet with Jen. Jen, the town manager, is that the town manager? Or do we meet with the chair of the tri-board?
I think it was directly, the questions we have directly
Oh.
were under Jen's purview.
And she would have been the one,
Her and the finance director made the decision
Yeah,
not
I
to.
think it's
present
the
it.
pair of them, and we don't have a permanent finance director at this point.
Well, Karen Brochu is filling in.
Yes, right.
but ultimately Jen is the one who's in charge. She is the leader. So if we request to meet with her with, we'd like to discuss A, B, and C, she can go to her staff and notes to figure out what happened and whatever, so that when we meet, we can get real answers. So That's what I would recommend.
So we being all the committee or just
Um,
one or two? of
I think
us,
it should
or
be, well,
you and Joe?
two and Joe. If we have the whole committee, you have to post.
Yeah, because that's
I don't
what
wanna-
was saying earlier.
I don't wanna do that, and then that also sets up where Jen might feel, I don't know if this is true, now it's an official thing.
It's
We have to
threatening.
take minutes.
Right. Oh,
Uh,
that's
I,
right.
this really needs to be, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Now, if it doesn't work out and things aren't working out, then
Oh,
the
sure,
next step would be to, no, we need to meet an official
right.
Capacity.
on capacity, we need to get this because it's not
Okay.
working. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I think we need to start with
So,
the lighter one, although meeting with Jen is a big step. But
Right.
I understand the concerns, because I didn't think there was a problem with the warrants, but yes, but it affected our budget.
yes,
Yeah.
And it's not like it's ton money.
actually, I quite honestly don't know what our budget is and how it relates to the annual meeting warrant anymore. So it's because of this 31,000 one.
Well, isn't that for,
Indirect costs,
that healthcare?
yes.
Yeah,
Sorry. We have to pay our own healthcare. Every other department is paid for by the town, except for the school department. The school
Gotcha.
department pays their own. We're the only department, non-school,
It has to,
that has to pay its own health.
yeah, I can see that eating into the budget quickly.
Well,
we also pay rent.
and we pay
the
rent.
only department that does that.
She did explain, I can't remember, I think I reported on that. Okay, so, one. Two of us, and can be Brian, me, and you,
I probably should be one of them.
yes, you, Brian, or I.
Or Faith.
Or Faith,
Okay, yeah.
well,
I'm not sure she's
I don't know how her knee is
able to
doing.
come to the, meet at the Jen's office, I would presume.
There's a handicap entrance. And
Yeah, but I think she's unsteady in terms of snow and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
That's my concern.
Yes. So, one, we need to set that up. I'm assuming either you,
I should set it up.
You should set it up, you're the
It's a committee
chairperson.
issue.
and that would be one to get several dates and then,
And then find out who's volunteering.
yeah,
Making sense?
that makes a lot of sense. So then the next thing is we need to request a meeting with Jen concerning, now,
Yeah,
specifically, what are we concerned?
I think we just need to get the process down, right?
The special town meeting warrant in
What-
2025.
I mean, that's the specific pain point, but
actually, we
Well-
can reorder them anyway. But my starting problem is the warrant for the annual meeting,
Right, true.
because everything swings off that as it was.
So
Yeah.
it would be the annual warrant process?
Right, we could leave it more generic like that and then get specific when we talk.
Okay, so we have a
So
question.
it's management of the warrant process or something.
I'm just trying to write things down.
Yeah,
Annual warrant
we're still not
process.
using a quill and. Hey, we had
So-
slates in school with pieces.
We have questions about just the whole warrant process in
Right.
general,
Well, that's what's caused this to.
cause all the other things.
Then the second topic is, what are the town's expectations of what we do and vice versa?
Expectations of what?
We do.
Of what we do?
what they want to
I
do,
just
maybe.
wanted to leave that open, so anything can be chucked.
Well-
in.
Of what we do? Well, they want us to record meetings.
Well, according to the thing, you found whatever you
bylaws.
call it, the bylaws. That said certain things like policies and
Yeah.
budget and some other things.
That's the committee.
Yes, that's what.
So are we
we're
talking the
about.
committees?
We're
what-
talking the committee.
Okay. Town's what the committee does.
right, and vice versa.
And vice versa.
What the town does with it.
Oh, and
So what the committee does for the town, what the town does for the proxy. You're good with words, you know. just,
no, I'm terrible with this.
you know. Keep
I
writing.
ask a lot of questions. That's what I'm good at, I guess.
Are we making sense?
I'm trying to distill the thoughts.
Distill, did you say distill?
Yes, I knew you would work out that one. At least I hadn't, the word scheduled anything yet.
Was him, it wasn't me.
Okay. So the big purpose of this meeting is, what is the town's expectation of the committee? And what is the committee's expectation of the town?
Right,
That's the big thing. And then we can state that there was an issue with the annual town warrant, the special meeting town warrant, and we're not, okay, wait. The big thing, I said it, well, it's on recording.
yeah,
I can look it up. Is that kind of what you're, and we are in the dark. Because things are happening that we're not being involved in the process.
so that we think are our responsibility.
Yes. Does that make sense to you? So once again, the big picture is. We are confused, or we are, whatever, of. Our responsibility to the town versus the town's responsibility to us as a committee. It's the committee.
It's the committee, yes.
Because I see this as Pacc as an organization that would think of us. And we're having difficulty because we're trying to make decisions.
And things are happening without our input, pretty much.
Yeah,
Input.
so we need inputs, what, put on a page and give them to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Committee's role. Okay, you're getting there.
If you would be so kind as to, when you work that out,
All right.
send it to me.
Yeah.
And I will use that in an email to Jen, asking for the meeting. And then
Right.
we'll all, sorry, we'll all be on the same page as we do it.
Yes.
I really.
Well, and then please rewrite whatever I write. It'll be fairly, I'm gonna try to make it, so again,
Yeah,
not to be pedantic. We need to know the committee's role within the town and the town's role within the committee.
well, right, with respect to.
With respect, it's gotta be about the committee. The
Yeah.
committee's role, the town's role, with respect. I'm looking at this. Yes. Does that make sense? So we would sit down and talk to her. And part of that would be, we had issues with the budget process for the year.
Mhm.
And that we did what we thought. And things got flugal.
Discombobulated.
Yeah, okay. And that caused us the effect for us is that we're short money to pay videographers.
Well,
I'll get
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah, well, it's messed. We were having, okay, I won't say that. So. I'm gonna have the emails. With a short. I'll email everyone will get it. Email everyone. It's a short request. To Jen. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And send it back to me and say, no,
or I can translate it to English rather than American.
yeah, and you can translate, you can add whatever you want, it doesn't matter to me, I don't own any of it, well,
Okay,
alright. And okay, and then you'll do that, and then whoever is available to go.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
sounds like a plan.
does that help?
Absolutely it does, because I didn't have a clue how to move forward.
Neither did I. Well,
I just
I
want
ask a
this
lot of
to,
questions.
to become clear,
Yes,
Yep.
so that we have a common understanding. And we're not walking
Well,
over each other. by
and I
mistake.
think, Joe, as you said, there's a lot of stuff going on there. I had an issue
Yeah.
with the financial people in there. I guess I'm gonna be dealing with the interim people. With solving some issues too, so I imagine there are lots of people having issues
Yeah,
with what's going on, because the process
Yeah, it all,
got all. Well, not really,
it got interrupted, I'm gonna guess,
the
right?
flow of information is disjointed. Do you get?
It's just slower, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
And, the town manager urged us to proceed with a lot of patience and a lot of understanding around
Okay.
what's happening in the finance department. So we have to be, aware of all
Right,
the changes and the shortfalls that they're experiencing.
right. But not putting the warrant in last minute, the special town meeting.
That had nothing to do with the finance department.
Okay,
correct.
Well, it
Well, it's sort of.
was the
finance
finance director advised,
By the FinCom.
no, I
Oh.
don't recall FinCom being involved in that
No, you're
warrant.
right.
I was just-
I'm a day before, right?
who's the final say on warrants? The town manager?
Jen, yeah,
All by herself?
Actually,
Jen Warren.
I
I'm
thought there was
not
a committee.
completely sure on that.
I think there's a committee that does that.
Oh,
I think.
well, the
there
committees
is-
review them all.
I thought it was the select board with legal, and may include Jen as well.
Yeah, not sure.
I
That
thought
would
all of
be
this
in
was
the-
the select board's responsibility, maybe wrong. Has been,
Well, she had to make the recommendation to skip over it to the select board
there you go,
in order for it to not be part
Yeah.
of the warrant.
okay,
Was it published in the book?
I
It
believe
was.
it was,
yes, it was.
So at
but it was
meeting,
skipped over.
it was skipped over.
Yes.
Oh, so now that's different than what I thought.
Oh,
I thought it wasn't published, that it wasn't
oh,
out
no,
there.
I'm
Oh, it
sorry.
was out there.
I
Okay, it was
wasn't
published, but
clear.
at town meeting, how often do we skip over things?
That just depends on the warrant.
Yeah, but often there are things that are just skipped over.
There are several
Yeah,
times, yeah.
Got it. All right, well, that makes more sense.
Good, excellent.
The concern is it was skipped over and we don't know why.
We didn't even know it was going to be skipped over. Is that right?
Well, I was informed.
You were, yes.
Yeah.
but
Did they actually vote on skipping over it at the town meeting, or was it just not presented?
It's actually done on the advice of legal usually. No,
Usually,
The moderator.
the town manager, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but the town manager makes recommendations to the select board on warrant articles. And if she recommended for it to be passed over, then they vote on that. I believe. I can't be 100% sure, but I thought that was the process.
Then you're almost sitting there, right?
I believe you're right there. Okay. So we want to talk to her about this. Okay, so it doesn't happen again, or we're part of the conversation. Still get wrapping my head around it. Okay. To do. We want to do this.
Oh, okay, I'm not sure that requires motions and minutes. No, it needs minutes, but not motions. So any further communications or lacks thereof? Hearing none, we have the minutes from 11/3, which is just before Guy Fawkes night, from last November,
Yes,
where in December we were snowed out.
we were.
And the library was closed. And the weather wasn't good.
No, it was
So,
not.
This is the minutes from the last meeting.
Yep.
which-
Right here.
Well, there was a minor misspelling.
My spell check isn't as good as it used to be, I think it's. Of course, the computer's only 18 years old. Using Microsoft Office,
I remember it was review that.
2005 or something
Review
like
was
that.
a review somewhere.
3.1.
no, I'm on a Mac, but.
I'm not sure where it is at the moment, but there's a review that's review that just has an extra R in it.
Because it was Pirate Day.
Oh, it was part there.
You know, all right, I won't worry about it.
it.
Okay.
I dilated this morning, so.
Oh, gosh. I move to accept the minutes
I'll second that motion.
As corrected.
as corrected, sure. As amended,
Second,
Brian.
all those with further discussion, so close. He's almost got me trained.
Sorry.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favour?
Arr,
Oh, jeez,
Fast.
time to get the damn parrot up.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank
Five.
you all.
Okay, 6.
Is the manager's monthly report?
This is Joe Toll speaking. I'm just gonna briefly go through the manager's report that was supposed to take place on December 2nd, which covers things that happened in November. We covered the homecoming parade and football. We recorded a skate park promotion in the studio. We covered special town meeting. We streamed the school funding forum in Groton on Channel 8. We got the stream feed from Groton, and therefore we didn't have to send anybody out to do it.
Good.
Steve and I reworked the FY27 budget. We covered the tri-board meeting at the end of November and streamed it live to YouTube. And the Thanksgiving Day football game was covered by Ashburnham Westminster Media Center, and they provided us with the file on the 1st of December, so we didn't have to go out and do that one either. More money saving
Good job.
things. As far as this month's manager report, which goes over things happening in December. December was very slow, but we did start recording basketball, and that's going very well. We recorded the first book club episode, which is produced by Lily Marble and hosted by Lily Marble, and that went well. In fact, we've added it to the MMX database, the mass media database where other stations download, like our Story Time and Talking Baseball. And I believe there's 7 stations picking up the book club right now. So that's going well. I've been working on the salaries of videographer pay budget line items. I can report on that next month on where we're at, but it's important to get a sense of where we're at now that we're 6 months into the year. And at first pass, we are going to be short under the salaries line item in the range of $2,900. That could change a little bit depending on hours and so forth. So I will have a more solid report for you coming up in early February. We had a staff meeting this month, reviewed just some general topics, and then we had a Christmas party, which Brian attended. I hope you had fun.
I did. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. We currently have 89 programs on Channel 9 for the first half of the year. And last year we had 80 programs for the whole year. So we're going to surpass our numbers from last year. And I'm going to pick up working on the Around Town program with Tom Alonso. We've been out of touch with him because of the holidays, but we're going to work on solidifying some of the tasks we need to do to get that show up and running, and hopefully we'll have it up and running in February. That's our hope. As far as the report I provided, the financial report for December, our ending balance for December is $1,010,912.
Say 1,000,000,
10,000
10,000,
912,
any pennies?
16 cents.
Thank you.
So it's 10,10,912.16. And there's nothing remarkable about any of the financial information on there. As far as the program analysis at the end,
Sorry, on the finances, you going to say what's missing from here?
well, yes, we have not had interest posted since July. And we have not had, or actually, interest was posted in September. And we're 2 months since the Comcast payment came in, which is also not posted. I sent out a note today to the Treasurer's Department. The way it works is these payments come into the Treasurer's Department, and they handle the receipts. Then those receipts go to the Finance Department where they're posted so that I can get the information on Eunice. I heard back from, in regard to the email I sent today, Karen Brochu is going to get them posted right away.
Oh, okay.
Clarification, when you say no interest posted since July, was the September one just September and we're missing July, August, October?
Yes, we're missing, well, we may not have. I'm not sure if we got interest or it's just not posted. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I have to wait and see what comes in from the receipts that
Okay.
get posted.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that'll be rectified for next month's report.
That would be definitely encouraging.
It would be,
Oh, that's right.
And I already mentioned our local programs on Channel 9 are up to 89. 89 programs. Where we have a lot of basketball games going on. We did a lot of holiday stuff. And we did the winter concert for the Lunenburg Middle High School Senior Center Christmas party, the tree lighting and so forth. So we did rack up a lot of programs in December, even though it was, in a way, it was slow, but very concentrated in certain dates.
Mm.
And the calendar is attached.
Thanks.
So you can see there's a lot of basketball games. And that's all I have.
Lots of information.
Thank you, Joe. Do we have any questions for Joe? Like, why is the sky blue?
Well, I was gonna ask about Kenya, Africa, but I guess that would be outside the parameters of this meeting.
Okay, maybe.
You brought it up. You brought it up.
All
All right, okay.
Good?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
busy.
The 27 budget update, do you have anything or are you still working on that?
Well, the only part of the budget I'm working on right now is the salaries and videographers
Okay.
pay. Which I can, as I mentioned, I can generalize a number prior to the final number, which
Mhm.
it's, the salaries is going to be somewhere around $2,900 short for the year.
That's for 26, well,
That's for 26.
yeah, we're talking 27.
Okay, I don't have 27 budget update.
Okay, I was just asking.
I think I provided
Yeah.
the budget presentation in November.
Yeah.
But I'll be happy to provide the FY 27 budget next month.
When is it due? It's got to go to,
It's gonna go to the tri-board,
oh boy, okay.
yes.
About when will that go to the tribunal?
Well, there's a tri-board meeting, they keep changing the tri-board meetings,
I was hoping to do the Jan before the tribunal.
but as far as,
Thinking about
I know right now, and it could change. It's showing a tri-board meeting on the 13th of January.
it. Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Nice job.
yes, thank you. Okay, PAC policy update.
Yes, well, you had asked me to put all the policies, you had print them up, they're all right here. The goal is, I guess, to upload them to our website.
I would like to have the pertinent ones uploaded to our
So,
website.
you know what, I should have probably made copies of this, I can go quick, make a couple copies of this, these are all the different things, and I kind of put them into categories. Shall I go just make a couple copies real
If
quick?
that's helpful to us.
Well, yes, because then they're all here and they're all digital. So while I'm doing that, feel free to discuss the master plan.
Oh, so we're gonna discuss Kenya or something.
Oh, Kenya, all right, I'll be right back. So what I did is I printed everything. I did make the right amount of copies. And they're right here. So what it came down to, there were 3 job description things,
Oh.
an equipment policy thing, the actual bylaws. There was a political campaign policy, a producer agreement document, program submission policy, purchasing policy, performance reviews, and a videographer policy. So, not quite sure. This is how I organized it. For us to,
Looks like an excellent starting point. The equipment policy, that includes the drone policy under that.
I did not have the drone.
That's why I brought it up just.
Now that you mention it, that's right. That was something. The equipment policy, use of portable camera equipment. Does not say anything about drone, so we need the
Okay.
drone policy.
Yeah,
That's gonna be somewhere in my,
well, this is an ongoing process to
Right.
make sure this comes.
that's gonna be in my notes somewhere.
Mhm.
So I'll have to search, and I was probably the thing that I was supposed to search for that I didn't search for.
Okay,
Thanks for reminding me.
is that why you didn't find it? Ron?
That's probably why I didn't find it. There's been a lot of things. So I'll ask Joe. Should these be put, or I have 2 number 6s, no number 7. Should they be, like, job description made sense? But I don't know. Is there anything else that goes on the job, or like equipment policy and videographer policy, should that be like its own category, just like policies? I don't know. You work with most of this stuff.
Well, job description, my job description should be in there.
Okay, so we're missing
Manager's start, I can get that from Julie.
managers. Well, then it is a good beginning.
Absolutely.
All right, and that'll be from Joe.
Now, videographer editor, did I provide that to you?
Wait.
Third one.
One
Job
document.
description, let's see. Yeah, here's what I have.
Because I think that's senior videographer.
Says videographer, editor, broadcaster. I believe this is the document.
We had one or two really old ones around.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is it's.
Yes,
something-
I think this is old. We don't need this one.
Okay,
We
Oh.
need,
the last one says videographer policy.
You need a production.
I think we need, senior videographer instead of videographer editor.
So I'm gonna put an X on this one.
And do senior videographer.
Senior.
Do we need a production technician as well?
Yes.
Do we have that, do you think?
I have 20 versions of it. I'm gonna have to see Julie to get the exact version.
I don't think you do.
Okay, these are so just job descriptions, right?
Right, and
Good.
then production technician should be on there.
Spell that.
As long as you know what it is.
Here, I'm not a word guy, as much as you think. All right. Are there any other job roles? We have you, bulletin, videographers, senior videographer, production technician. Are there any other?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Equipment policy that. Right, that's equipment use policy.
Equipment use.
So maybe that needs to be, because as I look at it here. It says use of public access portable camera equipment,
Okay,
but that's the name of the file. I just put the name of the files. I
Okay.
understand. Okay,
Can I suggest we normalize that slightly and
Yeah.
put the equipment policies or some such with the semicolon, and then put a file under it with a bullet. But what you've done, you've created some topics, which is
Right.
absolutely the way it should be organized.
right, but I should do like what I do with Pacc bylaws.
Well, first off, you should change that to policies.
Okay, so number 2. policy.
Well, we've got, woo.
Yeah.
That is PACC throughout.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So if we put
Equipment use policy.
plural, it might only be one, but if we find the drone one, that would go in there.
Oh, yeah, that was,
See what I'm
Yeah.
trying to
yeah,
skeletize. So
and then. Should program submission policy kind of just go into policies? Number 6, first number.
is, under equipment use policy, you're changing that to policies,
Which what he's suggesting, just.
yeah,
not equipment, just policies?
And then
no,
underneath,
no, equipment related policies.
equipment policies, you just
Yeah,
want
yeah.
equipment, okay.
We're trying to separate them out, but we can take another cut at it as well. I was trying to find a home for the drone.
Yeah, that would go under equipment. No. Because we don't own a drone.
No, but it was backwards, the other way around. Not allowed to use a drone.
That's true.
So under equipment use policies, the producer agreement would go under there because that is when a producer meaning the public wants to use our equipment,
Okay.
so the producer agreement needs to go under equipment policies.
All right. So we have the equipment use policy, drone policy, producer agreement. Is there anything else?
No,
Okay, videographer policy. Is. For any individual, whether a vendor, employee, or volunteer to follow when acting as a videographer for Lunenburg. So that should go under job descriptions. Or,
oh, the videographer policy?
yeah, number 9.
Yeah, that should be a bullet underneath, videographer job description. I would assume.
All right, I'll move it to job description. For February, and we can then reorganize it from there too. Okay,
And I also suggest logically that the bylaws and things should be up the top, because that says, you know, hey, this is the committee.
Yep.
So that should be number 1.
well, what happened is this is how they came my.
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
folder.
No, I'm not a criticism.
Yeah, no, I'm not,
We're
so we'll
deciding.
make that number 1. We'll make job descriptions number 2. Well, but
Right.
we'll just make that number 1. You gotta do that. Okay,
The job descriptions, no. Okay. Performance reviews, I'm okay with the worst.
well, I'll have to redo this anyways.
Yeah. If you ever
Purchasing,
find number 7, that would be good.
I don't know what happened to number 7.
Doesn't it do it
You know what?
automatically?
7, no, what's the thing?
It's
6, 8,
it's
7, 8, 9.
the jail for reading number 9.
7, 8, 9.
It finds there. I
Six,
didn't
seven,
touch on number 9.
6, 7.
6, 7.
6.
You would have enjoyed my
Okay.
birthday party.
No. Altogether.
You just had a birthday?
In November, I'm
Happy
67.
birthday.
I made a big sign, said I'm 6'7" on the 8th.
Yeah. I'll take
Grandchildren,
6, 7, right.
grandchildren loved it. Anyway, all right, do we want program submission to be separate and purchasing policy procedures to be separate, or?
My recommendation would be to keep them separate,
Okay.
but
I found 7,
Yeah,
purchasing policy procedure.
yeah, that's number 7. Good eye.
Two number 6s.
I do number 6s. Can you find Waldo? You found number 7.
Right.
Good. All right,
would you want to just, I'm just thinking out loud.
please do.
Under number 3, equipment policies, you have equipment use policies, drone policy. Producers agreement, equipment. Instead of doing equipment policies, how about equipment and broadcast policies? And then you can add the program submission policy in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Those,
And political campaign policy.
do we have that here? Yes. Then we can put political policy and what was the other one?
Program submission.
All right. Yeah, it would make it,
That'll turn into quite a book when we're done. So,
well, what I can do is write, equipment and broadcast policies, equipment, blah, 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 broadcast, blah, blah, blah.
absolutely,
All
Yeah.
right, I'll try to remember this.
just make it.
2, then A. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll redo this. Maybe I'll send it out, and then you can, so that before the next meeting. we can- All right, send to it. It's 2.
He's gonna number all of them, number 3s.
I just like. They're all gonna be A. A, number 8, policy. update, and I wanna write C sheet. Yeah, okay, I'll work on that and send to. Got it.
Anything further on Pacc policy update? Hearing nothing. Master plan update, I have nothing, I've heard nothing,
No,
seen nothing.
no, we
And,
gave them all the information and you told them that
And
we gave it to them and they said, yes, you did.
right.
And we forgot to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good, no update.
That's where we stand. On the studio space update, I have a curious thing to report. Studio space. And that is the LMBD, is that right?
Yes,
No.
Lunenburg Municipal Building Design Committee,
Okay, so it should end in a C.
LMBDC.
I was invited to go, too many damn initials. I was invited to go to one of their meetings, they only meet by Zoom, which is interesting. So I showed up. And was basically questioned for 45 minutes about space needs and if this would work and if that would work. So I'm doing all of this off the cuff because I was not, well, we're well prepared because of all the work we've done. So I did this all off the cuff. What they are now talking about, just as a heads up for the committee, is take all the municipal offices out of the present town hall and put them into the Ritter building with an extension as appropriate. I don't know the details of that. I was trying just to, well, keep focused, but so I'm not part of that committee. What they want to do for us is give us the Bellotta room, in fact, that whole floor, which is interesting.
Second floor,
Yeah, the whole floor, right.
right.
Second floor. It has its own bathroom. It would have a new proper elevator in, because right now it has got what I believe is called a wheelchair lift. So lots of work to be done. The primary space, okay, where everybody sits at present is 1,300 plus square feet, which is a good number. There's the stage. And then there's presently the town manager's offices and things like that. So there's a sufficiency of space, I would presume, from what I could see. They have not asked us to draft up how we would use the space. We're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. The huge positive came out of it is the committee's all sitting there for 45 minutes saying, how do we do a really good job for Pacc? And I was, well, very thankful. Did you look at it at all? Okay. Wasn't putting you on the spot. I was also very grateful to them and told them so and things like that. I had my diplomatic hat on. And so I have not been attending on a regular basis. I don't think I don't want to do that. But at some point, is it Tony Scullenbrady? Does that sound good? Was the one who invited me. I think he's the vice chair. Might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the chair is.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, they were all positive. They were all asking questions, suggestions.
Okay.
And that's from my perspective and probably from Joe's as well. A most delightful change in terms of how to give us space. Studio update, space update. Cable Advisory Committee. I have nothing except for one very small thing.
Then you have,
February the 28th at midnight.
yes,
It'll only be 2 years left on the contract. I understood that we were supposed to allow 3 years for negotiation. Just putting it
no,
out.
I don't think anyone has called me. You were going to I believe you were going to contact them as chair to say, so,
Just send an email that says, so.
so I thought that's where I
Was I
thought we
supposed to do
left it.
that? Maybe I put that in my forgetful bin.
That's all right, I have a large forgetful day. So, as I should probably, Steve. Sure, email. Jen.
I think that you
Yes,
Steve, not me.
Steve A, maybe that's what messed me up, maybe I wrote Steve Will, and
Oh,
I thought it was you,
that could well be the
and you
case.
thought it was me,
Yeah,
okay. Well, that makes sense, should email Jen
about
about,
the benefits.
Well, we don't have the line item for legal fees for FY 26.
Correct.
So that will impact the formation of the committee.
As I recall last time, maybe wrong, that we didn't get dinged with that until after it was all done. It wasn't-
No, it was, we were given bills monthly.
We were,
We were,
how sad.
yeah.
that would be part of why we need to meet with Jen to talk about how the town. And the committee need to,
But we
know what's going on.
We're not the CAC committee,
because. I'm not a voting member on this, I'm just an advisory person,
really? Do we
that's what
have,
I thought,
no, I think you're a voting member.
my understanding was. Well, then we need to clarify that, because my understanding,
Right.
I don't know if that was because when I talked to Jen about it. That I was just an advisor, I don't know, I've never been on this committee, so.
No,
And this committee's not listed in the. Is it listed in the-
it's nothing
Not listed there.
directly to do with PAC.
Right,
So PAC supports CAC.
right, so that's why maybe I think it's just an advisory. To answer questions.
I
and
was
to-
on it before.
Did you vote on things?
Oh, yeah,
You voted.
yeah, I was, in fact, I was the vice chair. So,
Okay, then I retract everything I've said.
okay,
All right, I will shoot an email to Jen.
sounds like a plan. Enterprise fund investment status. I've got nothing.
No,
We get that 1 month in arrears every 3.
who? Our next meeting is February 2nd,
That's this year, right?
yes,
Okay,
right here, 1 month. from now, so to speak, so
so
I will move to adjourn.
is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
No discussion, all those in favor? Get the
All
hell
right.
out of here.
And it is whatever the time is.